Hi guys, I'm fresh out of my holiday in Ubud and it was hands down the best vacations ever. If you're confused about how to reach, where to stay, how to travel, what to do, and where to eat, then you're at the right place. First things first, how to reach Ubud. Ubud is approximately 40 kilometers or 1.5 hours cab ride from Denpasar airport. Most convenient way to reach is a Gojek bike or car. It would cost you up to $15 for a cab ride to Ubud. Where to stay? The happening place to stay in Ubud is Pengo Sekin, that is anywhere close to the monkey forest, as this area of a 2 kilometer radius is lined up with beautiful pubs, cafes, and spas for that perfect holiday. If you're looking to stay in a hostel, two of the most highly rated hostels in the area are Indraprasth Homestay and Puri Garden Hotel and Hostel. I stayed at Puri Garden and it is hands down the best hostel I have ever stayed in. From amazing staff to a resort kind setup to a great vibe and daily activities, it has it all. The cost of hostels is approximately $20 per night. If you're looking to stay in resorts or hotels, you can consider Resort Adi Vana Monkey Forest or Agong Resorts and Spa located in the area. The cost would be approximately $125 per night. Most of the Airbnbs and other resorts are located a little away from Pengo Sekin, so you can select as per your budget and preference. How to travel? The best way to explore Ubud is by renting a bike. The cost is as low as $5 per day. If you cannot ride a bike, you would have to explore central Ubud on foot, which is what I did. You could book tours or private cars to go to tourist locations in East Bali and Ubud. Cost of approx 12 hours of private car hire is approximately $35 per day. Find contact of two great cab drivers I used on the screen. You could also explore full-day tour options through Klook and Airbnb. Moving on to what are the must-dos. East Bali. East Bali, which is approximately 1.5 hours from Ubud Center, has two of the most Instagrammable locations of Bali, the Gates of Heaven and Tirtha Ganga Water Temple. I would completely recommend to include it in your itinerary for a great drive to the location and for some amazing pics. Gates of Heaven has Mount Agung, an active volcano, on its backdrop, and the view is breathtaking. A word of caution though, it's mandatory to wear a sarong and cover your shoulders even while taking pics. So carry your own sarong if you don't want to look like out of place. Also, it generally has a queue of about 2 hours in the mornings, so consider the waiting time in your itinerary. Tirtha Ganga Water Temple is an old palace. It's a quick stop and definitely worth the pics. A quick tip is buy grains for the fish from outside to attract the fishes while taking your pic. The entry cost of these is approx $2 for each location. Ubud has rice terraces all over, one of the most popular ones being Tega Lalang Rice Terrace. Trek around the rice terrace to enjoy peace and serenity with a view. The entry cost is a small donation of $1. This place would have swing option too, but would recommend to go to Aloha Bali Swing instead, as it has much more options for swing and great pics. At Aloha Swing, the cost is $35 for the swings and nest. You can also opt for a professional photographer at $10, which is totally recommended, and $25 for renting a dress. Rent a dress and feel like a diva if you want a completely unique and memorable experience at the swings. Waterfalls. Ubud has multiple waterfall options like Tukatsepung Waterfall or Teganungang Waterfall. They require a bit of trekking to reach the waterfall, but worth the view. I chose to visit the Teganungang Waterfall and was completely worth it. Ubud Palace. Your trip to Ubud will be incomplete without the Balinese dance experience at Ubud Palace. The cost for entry is approx $8. There's a performance every evening at 7:30 p.m. The dance is exquisite and breathtaking. Coffee plantations. You may want to make a quick stop at one of the coffee plantations in Ubud. You can see how the famous Luwak coffee is made and test a variety of coffee and teas at the place. I had stopped at the Santi coffee plantations. Spa. For as low as $9 for 60 minutes, you should completely indulge yourself in spas and facials. Some of the alternate things to do is visit Goa Gaja Temple and Mount Batur trek, though I had skipped these for the lack of time. Places to eat. If you are staying near Pengosekan, you will be spoiled for choices to eat and drink. Go around the place and make a stop where you can connect with the vibe. This is exactly what I did. Another must do is enjoy a Balinese lunch at the Alas Narong. The place is a must do with a cozy setup and great Balinese food. For the vegetarians out there, all places in Ubud would have some vegan or vegetarian options always. So don't worry and explore. Meals are very affordable at approx $10 across places. Average pricing of a glass of cocktail $4 in happy hours, which is available across most pubs from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Hope you find the video useful. Don't forget to like, comment and share.